Hi everyone, welcome to the Thursday edition of Source 16 News. I'm Eddie Owen. Thanks for joining us. A Hopkinsville girl has been charged with 3 counts of attempted homicide after she allegedly stabbed 3 other juveniles in Clarksville earlier this month. According to Clarksville police, the 17-year-old female was involved in a fistfight with several other juveniles on April 9th in a business parking lot at 1571 Fort Campbell Boulevard. During the fight, police say the Hopkinsville girl pulled a knife and stabbed 2 female juveniles in the back and slashed another female's arm. The 2 females that were stabbed were flown by life flight to Vanderbilt Medical Center in Nashville, and the slashing victim was taken to the local hospital for several stitches. Clarksville police say the Hopkinsville teen is being held in a juvenile facility. Spokesman Jim Knoll said there were no others involved in the fight and more arrests are expected. We now have more information on a story you only heard reported locally by Source 16 earlier this week regarding a soldier who died Monday on the local Army post. Fort Campbell officials today released the identity of the soldier as 29-year-old Specialist James Lewis Smith of Conway, Arkansas. As we reported Tuesday, military officials confirmed that a soldier, now identified as Smith, had collapsed during a training exercise on post Monday and died, but officials would not confirm his identity pending notification of his family. Military officials are currently investigating the 29-year-old's death. Smith was a water treatment specialist assigned to the 101st Airborne Division. He joined the Army in May 2005 and arrived at Fort Campbell in April 2011. Faulty wiring caused a fire that damaged a bank in Madisonville early this morning. Chief Stephen Stoltz reports the Madisonville Fire Department responded to U.S. Bank at 15 Chelsea Drive around 3 o'clock and found visible flames and light smoke coming from the structure. During a survey of the building, firefighters saw fire on a counter lapping up a wall and into the attic space and then knocked down the flames. Firefighters also placed salvage covers over server equipment before any additional water was applied to smoldering areas in the bank. According to the report, the fire was determined to have started around wiring in the attic that was faulty or damaged. The scene was deemed safe and was released to the bank's division manager. A suspicious house fire in Hopkinsville is being investigated as an arson. Hopkinsville firefighters responded to a house fire at 1606 McKee Street off East 18th Street around 12:15 this morning after it was called in by a neighbor. Upon arrival, firefighters saw small flames and thick black smoke coming from the back of the home and initiated an interior attack. According to the report, after the blaze was quickly extinguished, firefighters conducted a search of the residence and found no victims. After firefighters determined the fire appeared suspicious, Hopkinsville Fire Department Inspector Cecilia Clues and Hopkinsville police investigators were called to the scene to investigate the cause of the blaze. We tried to contact Inspector Clues regarding the fire investigation, but as of news time, our phone calls had not been returned. Officials estimate the fire caused about $2,000 damage to the home and its contents. Well, today is Earth Day, and Hopkinsville officials and residents gathered together to celebrate this eco-friendly event. Here's Marie Fainter with more details on the story.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle were just some of the topics discussed during this year's Earth Day celebration. Happy Earth Day! Hundreds of area residents flocked to the Trail of Tears Park to help celebrate the 4th annual eco-friendly event.
It's probably easy for people to think that one person doesn't make a difference, but they do, and that's what we're trying to instill in people here, is that you can't just be wasteful. You've got to take care of what things that we have, if not for yourself, at least for future generations. And we've gone a long time without doing that, and it's going to take some work to get back to that point, but it's really important from that standpoint.
During the day-long event, local environmentalists spoke to residents and offered energy-saving tips.
First thing that we see a lot of is people put fertilizer down when you don't really need to. And if you're putting down phosphorus and your lawn doesn't need it, phosphorus has a bad tendency to leach into our groundwater and also into streams, and that can cause some other pollution problems in our lakes and watersheds. So we encourage soil testing, determine if you need it. Use chemicals, but use them wisely.
And Kentucky Secretary of Energy Lynn Peters spoke to the crowd about the importance of recycling and the future of coal in Kentucky.
The future of energy in Kentucky, and in fact in the nation, really is using all of the energy sources available to us. Could be from coal, could be from natural gas, could be renewable. But coal will continue to be a major energy source for our state, and in fact for the nation and the world. So we have to make sure that the energy future involves all of the energy sources that are available to us.
Following a speech at the park, Peters visited students at Belmont Elementary School and spoke about how they could help save energy. Marie Fainter, Source 16 News.
11 area students were among over 100 high school juniors from across the Commonwealth who visited the state capitol as part of the Kentucky Association of Electric Cooperatives Frankfort Youth Tour. The program selected students from their local electric cooperatives to tour Frankfort and learn about state government. Students from Todd County Central, Hopkinsville High, Logan County, and Trigg County High Schools, as well as Heritage Christian Academy, represented the Pennyrile Electric District. Now, during the day-long program, students toured the Capitol, the Governor's Mansion, and the Kentucky Vietnam Memorial. They also heard presentations from government officials and producers and host of CN2 Pure Politics, Ryan Alessi. A Marshall County man's behind bars after allegedly raping a child. Graves County Sheriff Dwayne Redmond told Source 16 authorities received a report Monday evening from Jackson Purchase Medical Center of a child that was sexually assaulted. Redmond said an investigation revealed a week prior to the report the 12-year-old girl was staying with a family member in Graves County when family friend 24-year-old Paul Kisser of Benton gave her alcohol and then raped her. Kisser was arrested yesterday in Marshall County and charged with the first-degree rape of a victim under the age of 12, sodomy, and unlawful transaction with a minor. He is currently lodged in the Graves County Jail. Now, this isn't Kisser's first run-in with the law. As previously reported by Source 16, he was arrested and charged in Marshall County for driving under the influence, possessing a controlled substance, and other offenses. A Fort Campbell soldier has been arrested after child pornography images were allegedly found on his computer. The Leaf Chronicle has reported Mike Epps is charged with 10 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor. During an investigation, officials reportedly found 9 video files or images showing children, some as young as 3 years old, engaged in sexual acts on Epps' home computer. A Graves County man is charged with making a false report after he claimed his stepmother shot him on New Year's Eve. 29-year-old Joshua Leach of Wingo told authorities his stepmom, Teresa Leach, shot him in the leg while they were in a verbal argument inside their Exchange Street home. The Graves County Sheriff's Department says lab results from the Kentucky State Police Crime Lab show that Leach's accusations were not true and that the evidence showed who had handled the firearm. Leach was arrested in McCracken County and charged with falsely reporting an incident, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and tampering with physical evidence. He's currently lodged in the Graves County Jail. 2 Fulton women have been arrested after writing checks from an account that was closed over 8 years ago. 29-year-old Keisha Collier and 25-year-old Ashley Edmonston have each been charged with 10 counts of criminal possession of a forged instrument after a victim reported someone had written numerous checks on a checking account he had closed over 8 years ago. Fulton police say after being questioned, both women confessed to passing the checks for merchandise. Both women are lodged in the Fulton County Detention Center. Kentucky's Attorney General Jack Conway and 8th District State Representative John Tilley will be in Hopkinsville tomorrow morning to help spread the word against prescription drug abuse. Conway and Tilley of Hopkinsville will be at Christian County High School between 10 and 11. Tomorrow's visit is a part of Conway's statewide Keep Kentucky Kids Safe Awareness and Prevention Initiative. We'll have more on this story coming up tomorrow night at 6 and 10. Well, the city of Hopkinsville is now accepting applications for the 5th round of summer internships. Launched in 2007 in conjunction with local high schools, the Summer in the City internship program offers students the opportunity to work in areas they're interested in. Nikki Radford talked with Source 16 about the program.
Well, ours is a 3-week internship, and the students get paid for their efforts. If they complete 60 hours, there's a $500 stipend that they receive at the end of the program, as well as a letter of recommendation. Also, we like to think that it's important not just to give students busy work, We engage them in the types of projects that city staffers would be doing themselves were the intern's not here.
To be eligible for the program, Radford said a student must be 16 years old, a resident of Christian County, and should be enrolled in school as a junior or senior. Completed applications must be received by Monday, May 16th at the mayor's office. For more information about the Summer in the City internship program, contact Nikki Radford at 270-890-0215. An Ohio County man was taken to Owensboro after treatment for a motorcycle crash yesterday afternoon. 45-year-old Joel Matthews of Reynolds Station was driving a 2010 Harley-Davidson north on State Route 69 when state police say he rounded a curve and strong windy conditions caused him to run off the road and over an embankment. Matthews was transported to Owensboro Medical Health System for non-life-threatening injuries. And police are investigating a theft at a local jewelry store that occurred earlier this month. Todd Quick of Todd's Jewelry on Hammond Drive filed a report with Hopkinsville Police that on April 5th, a customer came into the store to look at jewelry and then put a man's white gold 3/4 carat diamond ring in his pocket when store employees weren't looking. According to the police report released today, the value of the diamond ring is around $1,900. Well, get ready for your numbers. Friday's Mega Millions jackpot is $19 million, but Saturday, Powerball is $72 million.